Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're in late July here on Attingham Park for episode 40. Now since I last spoke to you, I've been doing a bit of practicing with our new mower, which I needed because I'm not that good with it. And then I've leased a windrower what have I done there? I've leased a windrower and a forgot what the buttons do. A windrower and a tedder just to see what happens with the most productive system to do it. Basically it's the cheapest tedder, cheapest windrower. I'll just carry on with the mowing and I'll show you what I'm finding with the system I'm working. Mower, gotta say, pretty happy with it. One of the best things about it, I'll show you. Just pull it straight behind you if you want. Now we were thinking of getting this bit of land as well, and I'm quite happy with this bit of land. Mainly because of the huge space that we get at the end of it, which we could turn into something with productions and stuff if we had the money. I think it would be funny. Can't tell if that's actually gone a little bit slower. Go back out. Maybe I'm losing a bit of horsepower. It could be possible. Now, I quite like this. Does leave it in fairly good rows. However, there is a slight. If we put it into windrows beforehand, the tedder will spread it out quite a bit, as you can see on this tedded hay at the side of us. That's folded up nicely, ready for the long ride home. You know what, I'm actually gonna Horn's terrible. Let's test the tether out on this. The horsepower was fine on this. The tether was having an absolute oh yeah. It's lightweight, I think. Now this tether was having a bit of a nightmare. Which is why releasing these things beforehand to find out if they're any good or not. I was having a nightmare on the Massey, but it seems to be perfectly fine on this one. Which is interesting. Get to the end of this run and I'll show you what I mean by it on the Massey. Don't think there's been an update for it, although I haven't been on for a couple of days because I've been busy trying to catch up with the editing, as we're only on, well, I'm so far behind with these videos. I'm recording episode 40 today, but I think I think I've just posted episode 22. Because it's incredibly time consuming. Yeah, seems to be losing power a bit on this. This is 50 of your horses, and the tether requires 35. I wonder what that other tether, that's 6,000, does. Should we try a couple of other tethers out, since we're doing a tester, just before we decide on what we're going to use as our system? I think that makes perfectly good sense. I'm going to drive up with that, take it back. I'll catch up with you in a minute with a selection more tethers. The windrower I'm very happy with. I'll show you that shortly. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute when I'm back down here with some new bits. Right. Ignore that one for a minute. I'm going to try this one to start with, and I know this looks identical to the other one, but it's a lot more expensive. I'll show you them in the so the one that we just used that was struggling for power is that one, 2800. This is 6000, lighter, less power, slightly less sized. And then we've also got that one, which is not requiring a PTO and a lot bigger. But what I'm interested in seeing is which one's gonna, if you're running in a, when these are coming out as pretty much rows, you want them to sort of stay as rows really, don't you? You don't want them to be spreading out all over the place. If this little hay bob can sort of keep it in its row, which seems to be okay, not flicking it around everywhere. Better than the other one, twice the price and then a little bit more. But its pickup's fine and it's not spreading it too far, and it can be run on the smaller engine, which is good. So I'm leaving such a large amount there, and horrendous. Right, this tether looks identical to the windrower. The issue I've got with the bigger tether, I mean it's only like, it's less than £2 so it's cheap as chips. The only issue I've got apart from not being able to see through the trees is it going to fling it out everywhere? It looks more like it's windrowing, but it's not. Oh, so that's not. That's not. It's not bad. Suppose you get double the. You get 2 rows done at a quicker pace than you get with small hay bobs. Is it accurate? Is it realistic? Possibly not. And you TED it before you windrow it anyway, don't you? So As far as getting the job done, it's quick and it's good. Certainly on the list. It's on the short list. Would I get confused if I had both of these? Absolutely. And this doesn't need turning on, this just... This is just like, yeah, give it to me, I'll just... This is more realistic, I think, because it just runs along and does it. That other Tedder, not. I'm slightly sitting on the side of the £6,000 one, even though we have not got no money to be spending on things like that. I'm also toying with the idea, possibly, of maybe trying the biogas plant is running really slow. Do I attempt, do we go with a new DLC and attempt to do the pumps and hoses pack? I'd like to. And build our own. However, I've done a bit of costings for it. I think we're looking at about 900,000, and I think we'd probably get 200 grand back for what we've got. Which is not a lot. Trees, as beautiful as they are, can be quite annoying. Yeah, we've probably met 200 grand back on the biogas plant that we've got, and then it's about 900 grand. So do we attempt to make money to raise it up, or do we have one hell of a massive loan? In the hope that we have a better functioning system. I mean, it's not something we'll be getting done on this episode, that's for sure. But I don't know, what do you think? Because of the speed this program's moving at, I think we could be sitting on debt for a long time. do we just persist with what we've got? It's going to take ages to get through all that silage we've got. If we're going to be doing baling, we're going to be getting loads of silage. If we could quickly, or at a quicker rate, transfer it into being energy, and the newer ones will go into methane as well, which we can sell as well as the electricity. I think that makes a slightly better prospect for us. I'm quite happy with this windrow though. I think this is worth its money. I think we'll just try and pull in from the edge anything we've got. As much as possible, because we're going to lose a lot when we're using the pickup. Right, baling time. What baler? We got round. Did we get the square baler or the round baler? I want the square baler, but we can pick it up with. If we get the round baler, we can pick it up with the. I think we're looking. It's that one, isn't it? The Galignani. Right, I'm going to run and pick that up. £227. Money's too tight to mention. Which tether are we thinking? I'm going to leave them both out for now. Yep, catch you shortly. This little fella's okay. He's missing quite a few bits. A bit like that Vermeer. I suppose it depends how you'd run. I suppose you could do hay with, for the sake of spending 12.5. Getting a lovely second-hand Corona, if it can run. I don't like this stop starting. Maybe just keep hold of this as a lease until a fast baler comes up. It is missing a lot of little bits. The lighting under these trees obviously doesn't help too much. Or my eyesight. It's not bad for under 40k. It's one of those things that do you spend 40 grand? I suppose it depends on what the wrapper does as well. There's a few tree stumps down in there. I wonder what this used to be before it was. Oh, I may as well keep hold of it now, we've got stuff in there anyway. Right. A lot of equipment to move. But the tractor went fine with it, and that's a 95 horsepower, 75 horsepower. 75? Oh my days. 90. So the other one, the other massive Ferguson we've got can be upgraded to take that. Would this take that though? It's a 8.6 tonne now. That's a lot of pulling. I feel like it might struggle to pull. You need 150 for the fast balers as well, to be fair. Right, let's drive on up and get. Come on, dear. Pop on up and get our very own trailer, which we need to pull 15,000 for, to pay that loan back before we start paying interest. If we can get that done today, I don't think we're looking at 10 grand's worth of extra bales though. Dee 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 dee. And I'll probably tack on some more we could, I mean, you could bale and wrap the silage on the small holding, couldn't we, instead of storing it and moving it, and then we just move it across as we want to. Maybe. Although maybe we don't need to. Maybe we don't need any of this equipment. Including this trailer we've just picked up. We just got it because it was cheap. We could just lease it every time there's a baling contract, I suppose. I remember in the good old days when I said we'll get our own harvester for... Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I parked it around the front. In the old days when I said I'll get us the harvester for the season and then we can use that to harvest, and there's nothing to harvest now. Maybe next month, which will probably be the next episode because we're getting towards night time now. Nearly. That was my fault for shooting out too quick. I didn't think you were going to slow down then, mate. Jump on your anchors quick. There he is, on his way back. Of course, another bit of the test. This is a big old testing episode. Another. He has got a twin. And they wear identical. How quaint. Another thing with the testing is this going to have? Is this going to be able to pull the triplets? No. Well, I never. Will this be able to pull this trailer full of it might have a real struggle. A fair old collection of trailers on the go now, haven't we? We could sell the grey trailer if we're not going to be doing square bales, because we can just move with this if this pulls okay. I've got a feeling it should be okay. Issue is getting them through the biogas. That's my Seem to be able to get through the ones that we've... Well, we're not getting through the loose that quick. We need to... They're all of it 9. Yeah. Let's double check. Yeah, 9. Right, you are then. Where are we taking this? All these, there's more baling contracts coming up. Oh God, oh, 6,000 for this. That's not too bad. Drive it with the tedder. Take it to the livestock. Quickest way to the livestock. I've got a plan. So cunning. We cut across here on 17. Maybe having a bit of a struggle with weight. It's at 26, which is its top speed, so it does feel a little bit sluggish, but then it's got a lot of weight on the back, so that's to be expected. What field have we just been on? 22, so if we pick up another baling contract close to it, see what money we can make during the course of today. If it gets too dark, which it will be doing soon, I'll carry on late to get the money up, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, come the next episode we'll be looking this is the right way, isn't it? Yes, we'll be looking at some harvesting work. It's clear for us to come out. We've got enough room in here with this. Should be. Lays the bales down, so that's quite a good thing. Yeah, plenty of room. And they can take the lot because we don't need them. An extra 1,200 quid for our troubles. $23. Ooh, that's a big one. Not only is that a big one, that's an all-nighter. But that clears our loan off. $17 next to us as well. That's silage. Take that. And we'll take that. Now I'm gonna jump away. I'm gonna start 17 before it gets too dark and get a bale done, just so you can see how the wrapper works, and what we'll both find out basically how the wrapper will work. And I'm gonna need to get some more equipment driven down because we're gonna be moving. I'm gonna need some more diesel, and I'm gonna run out of diesel at some point on these contracts down there. But we've got all the equipment apart from the wrapper already down there. Yeah. See you shortly. So, I just wanted to quickly check in before I finish the episode. I think this is the bale wrapper. Does it pick up itself? I had a feeling that it wouldn't do this. Christ. I think you have to put the bales on it to wrap it, which isn't too big a problem for a small setup. as we're dealing with at the moment. And luckily I thought ahead when I was refueling and picked up my bits to do this with. You'll notice the terrible windrowing job that I've done. I was just in too much of a rush to try and get to this point to show you this before it got too dark. That's my excuse anyway. Oh, I didn't bring a weight, did I? Come on. You don't need a weight for that, it's only 3,500. Nope. No, 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 no. Why? Of course you can pick this up. Maybe you can't. Come on. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to have to go and get me weight, but that is how that works, which isn't bad. I think actually, isn't there a... I'm gonna need that. I'm sure there's something you can put on the 3-point link that picks up bales. Back lifter. Anyway, I may just bring over my other tractor. But for now, I'll carry on with this through the night. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please drop us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. If you've got any comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And until the next episode, thank you so much for watching. Until then, bye bye.